Okay, so here we are on the TET in Sweden, and we're just sheltering from the rain. We're in just a little wooden shelter here. It's tipping down with rain, so we're just kind of talking things over, and we're talking about tyres, because all of us are running on tyres that we wouldn't normally ride on. So normally when we're riding in the UK, we all ride on quite aggressive, knobbly tyres, and so we've all switched to sort of 50-50 type tyres for this ride. And in the main, it's been gravel roads, but we have had some muddy bits and some soft bits and what we would call proper green lanes. And I, for one, have been really impressed with how well my tyres have performed. So I'll just go around the lads that can tell you what tyres they're riding on and what they think about them. So over to you, Peter.
Yeah, I do believe I'm riding with a set of Mythos. Is that right?
Mitas
tyres.
Yes.
Yes.
EO7s, Mitas E7s.
Yeah, EO7.
Yeah.
The back's got plenty of traction. The front one does seem to waver a bit, especially in the gravel, I must admit. But yeah, happy with them.
Yeah, I'm. So Peter's riding the Yamaha. I'm on my KTM EXC, and I'm on the same tyres. We chose the same tyres, and I agree with Peter. The back is surprisingly sure-footed and surprisingly good grip, even in the mud. I've been really impressed with it. But the front end is a little vaguer than I'm used to, and sometimes a little vaguer than I'm happy with on the very loose stuff on the gravel. I think we're both having similar problems, weren't we? On the not so much problems. We're just taking it carefully, weren't we? You know, on the gravel and some of the muddy bits. Yeah, but on the road, on the tarmac, fantastic. You know, as a compromise for a sort of longer distance touring tyre, absolutely awesome. What about you, Brian?
Well, I'm running golden tyre. I think the GT201s.
Golden tyre.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't buy them for the trip, but you know, they were taking up another bike from new, and like Simon said, I use like Michelin trackers back home, or maybe I forget the word, but like an enduro tyre. So these were took off a bike from brand new, not using. They were just sitting there, and I just thought, well, I'm not going to use them in the UK really, so I put them on.
They're very similar to the Mitas ones that we're riding, aren't they? Very similar tread pattern and everything.
And I mean, like you said, you know, the front moves about quite a bit, you know, and on some of the slippier stuff I had, some of the mud, you know, I mean, it was sliding. But you've just got to try and you just slow the pace down a bit, and you can actually use a bit of throttle to get a bit weight off the front end, and it just seemed to regain a bit of that bit of grip. Yeah. And we've hit some nice stretches of tarmac, nice swoopy bends, and you know, you've got good grip on the tarmac. And I was really enjoying some of the stretches of tarmac we've been on. Not that we've rode a lot of tarmac in Sweden. Would I put them on again for this trip? Yes, I probably would.
Yeah, well, that says a lot then, that's right. But if we get ask Ship, because you chose very different tyres to us, didn't you?
Yeah, so the rear, I'm running a Motox Xtreme hybrid, and that's a really knobbly tyre, but it has a round profile. Wasn't sure how it would last, but it's done very, very well.
It's wearing well, isn't it?
It's wearing really well. You know, we've done over 1,000 miles, which typically we'd probably change tyres by then.
Yeah.
And I've loved it. I think it's been a brilliant rear tyre. The front, I'm using a leftover Kenda K270, which is like a really old school dual sport tyre, and it's okay. However, it tends to wander like a drunken sailor on the road if you catch a little bit of imperfections in the tarmac. Not ideal. You've got to ride to the conditions, so you've got to slow down on the trails. I think out of the two tyres, I probably would pick a different front tyre for this trip. I would go for something a little bit more aggressive, and that's just because riding a 450 KTM, very light front end, I think it would benefit from a little bit more of an aggressive front front. So not sure what that would be, but maybe the matching Motox Xtreme hybrid front, because I'm really impressed with that back tyre.
I've got to say, I've been
fantastic.
impressed with it as well. I think when we're on the loose stuff, I think your bike's more sure-footed than ours, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
It's a good tyre. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.